Sir?
Yes, over here.
Yes, I have a question.
Yes, what agency are you with, sir?
I'm a 27-year veteran, disabled veteran. And on behalf of all the active duty deployed troops, let me ask the first question, and that is, why are you here tonight and not in Congress trying to figure out how to stop this from happening? Because I don't understand. The only thing that you've talked about tonight is the eventuality of it happening. When I recorded the C-SPAN and watched that, both sides of the aisle sat there in Congress, and all they talked about is whose fault was it? It's your fault, it's your fault, this is why we can't do this. Both sides threw the troops up and saying how they support them and everything like that. And yet here we are in the 11th hour, okay, and the troops are not going to get paid. They're only going to get paid through the 8th, okay? And there are troops that are barely making enough money, who have their spouses deployed, and that's going to cause an extreme hardship. So I don't understand why every person in Congress is not in Congress tonight. I don't understand how you can stand up there and try to justify that this thing may actually go longer because Congress is on vacation. That is absurd. And there are ways for the Congress to be called into emergency session by the President. So if that's not used, that is totally unsatisfactory. But I don't understand why the entire Congress is not there. And you said you're ready to work this weekend. Did you work last weekend? Where was Congress last weekend? Why is everything now in the 11th hour? And I have not heard one thing from you or from any congressman on, let's say the government does shut down. Now what are you going to do to get it going again and pass it? Now, one thing you've said tonight is what is at the end of the road. And if you think people are disturbed about it shutting down, wait to hear how disturbed they are waiting to find out when it goes back on, especially when Congress is on vacation.
All right. All right, I will respond, and if you served your country in the military for 27 years, I thank you for that service, sir. The majority, which is now the Republican majority, I'm not part of the majority, as you undoubtedly know, they determine when the Congress is in session, when it recesses for the day, and what the agenda for the day is. They control the Rules Committee. They determine how much time you have for debate on each bill and what bill will be considered. If they will open the Congress now, which I urge them to do, but of course that's their prerogative, I can be there within minutes. And would be there within minutes. There's not much point to my standing in an empty chamber, though, through the evening, is there? It seems to me there is a point to making myself available for people who want to make caustic comments, as well as people who have legitimate questions to ask as to what might happen if there is a government shutdown.
I take exception to calling my comments
now caustic. I'm talking, and you can sit down when you finish.
I really do take exception
I'm
to that.
sure you do.
Because I didn't say anything caustic.
All right.
Can you explain why the troops are not going to get paid?
All right, yes, I can tell you
because how they will get paid.
Sir, you had an opportunity to speak. Now it's time to sit down.
Well, I take exception to you calling my comments caustic.
Sit down, please. Or you can leave if you don't want to listen to the question. I suspect it was a rhetorical question, so you made your point, and now you can leave unless you want to sit down and listen.
I'd like to listen.